We've seen some biting winter weather this past week, and it always serves as a reminder that there are many people in our community who can't come in from the cold. This past Tuesday night, volunteers and staffers with Johnson County's Continuum of Care on Homelessness worked to get what the group calls a point-in-time count. It is a snapshot that they use one night every January to see how many sheltered and unsheltered people are experiencing homelessness. Last year, they found 157 people in Johnson County, including 48 kids. That's just in one night in one county. The numbers are much higher when you add the rest of the metro into the mix. And as I learned recently, shelters are struggling to keep up right now. I'm here at Restart, shelter right on the edge of downtown Kansas City with Stephanie Boyer, Restart CEO. Thank you so much for having us today. You know, homelessness is an issue that sadly goes in and out of the public eye. There has to typically be a news event or something where people actually realize that this is an issue. You deal with this every day. What is this time like with you in the middle of a pandemic, no less? Yeah,
it's been pretty crazy for the last couple of years now. You know, homelessness has been an issue, obviously, for over 40 years, and Restart's been around for over 40 years, really focusing, you know, on these different issues. But it has obviously changed a lot over the last 40 years. And, you know, over the last couple of years since the pandemic started, you know, we've just continued to see an increased need in people both at risk of homelessness and who are currently experiencing homelessness. So the needs just far outweigh the resources that we have to be able to meet the needs of all the people.
Let's talk about that. What are your biggest needs right now?
Yeah, so really, I mean, the biggest need that we have is funding for shelter. Shelter funding is, you know, operating a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365-day emergency shelter with the appropriate wraparound services that it really takes to be able to help people exit homelessness, like case management and employment services. It's expensive, it is, but it is the right thing to do, and it is the only way to actually move people out of homelessness. And leaving people on the street and experiencing homelessness is even more expensive and costly and traumatic, and can often become, you know, violent, and people die on the street. So it's really important, you know, that we stay focused on being able to have the appropriate funding to operate shelter at the greatest capacity that we can, to be able to offer enough opportunities for people to not be on the street.
And this is a multifaceted issue, and you have to tackle mental health, you have to tackle immediate needs. What is that like? And walk us through what Restart does.
Yeah. So absolutely, all of those things. So it's sort of when people come in, you know, we do a lengthy intake with people. It's sort of a triage of like what's really going on. You know, obviously they're experiencing homelessness, so housing is our #1 focus and goal for people, right? But there are lots of things that go along with that. So there are lots of other barriers that people have, and lots of other reasons maybe that also, you know, led to them experiencing homelessness. So it can be things like mental health. It can be severe financial issues. It can be health-related issues. You know, it could be a fire. I mean, there are all kinds of reasons why people end up experiencing homelessness. And most of them are, unfortunately, just life circumstances that happened to people, and it's not about people making bad choices.
Right, and that's key too, and I think that gets lost in the fray a lot of the time. Last year we saw a Kansas City program to house people in hotels. That kind of went away, but now they're talking about transitional housing. Does that affect Restart's abilities at all?
It doesn't affect our abilities. There's a far greater need than what we can meet. So we do everything from street outreach to prevention, to emergency shelter, to transitional housing, to permanent housing. So we really provide all the different services in that continuum as well, but we certainly can't meet the need for everyone. You know, we serve close to 3,000 people a year, and that doesn't even come close to meeting the need.
All right. If I want to help, how can I help Restart right now?
Yeah, I mean, the greatest way that you can really consider helping Restart now is to consider becoming a monthly donor. Like I mentioned, shelter is the greatest need, and unfortunately it does take dollars to make that go round. We encourage people also to become a volunteer, get to know us, get to know the people that we serve, so that you can become an advocate for them as well. Obviously, volunteering right now is a little, people are a little bit more nervous about it, but we still do have some opportunities if people feel safe, and we hope to be able to continue to provide much more of those throughout this year.
All right, well, we thank you for everything you do for our community. Stephanie Boyer with Restart, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, if you're struggling to keep your home right now, please know help is out there. There's a federal emergency rent and utility assistance program available to tenants at risk of experiencing homelessness. The government can help with current and past due rent and utility bills. For more information or to apply, go online to gkcassistanceprogram.org.